What's going on, Nerd Nation? This is Sleevecard signing in, and someone stole my face! No, I just had an interview at work yesterday for a promotion, and I thought it was time to let it go. But with that being said, guys, today we are going to be doing a Pokemon pack battle. Pack battle number 6, actually. So a full team of pack battles now, and today's team is going to be coming out of Pokemon Sun and Moon Guardians Rising, the new set that actually came out on the 5th, so less than a week ago. But I'm going to go ahead and open it up. Hopefully today, guys, we can kind of pull out a win, because we are on a 2-match losing streak. So hopefully we can get the win, bring us back up to 500 in Pokemon pack battles. And let's see what today's team is going to be. If I can get this thing, if I can get this thing to open. Opening it upside down, because that was the only weak spot. So to the side. Of course, we have our code card I will set to the side there. Don't forget, guys, to answer the comment questions of the day that I post down below, because I actually give this code card away to a random person who answers the comment before, like I post up the next video. So if you have an answer, or you just want to answer and win a code card, that's your chance to do so. So today's team, of course, out of this pack, we have Malo. First member for the team, potentially, we have a Alolan Graveler, Altar of the Sun, a Stuffle, cute little teddy bear right there, a Salandit, Mudbray, a Vanillite, Gligar, Garbodor. So the second time in a row we actually have Garbodor, which will be I saw what that was. But it will be the second time in a row we have a Garbodor, which will be nice because I think he actually did decent in the last match against I think it was a Charizard X, but he did a decent job with like Rocky Helmet Aftermath, kind of taking one out. And we have Ninetales GX. Woo! Look at that full art Ninetales GX, and of course we have the Lightning Energy. So, overall, I think not a bad team. I mean, we've got a Ninetales GX, a Garbodor, Gligar, all kinds of different options here. So, I'm going to step away for a second, and when we cut back, of course, we are going to be taking on not a random challenger, but for the second time, we are going to have one of you guys, one of the Nerd Nation, taking us on Pokemon Showdown. So, I will be right back with our team, and we'll take it from there. Alright, guys, and we are back in action. I decided to skip over our traditional run-through of the team just to get right into the thick of it. And today's challenger is going to be Amped, who you guys might remember if you've been keeping up with our Pokemon Red lockdown. Amped is, of course, our rival in that. So, I thought we'd have a little fun today. Make him the challenger on today's pack battle. I don't know why I forgot that. Pack battle. Come on, guys. I've been making 6 of them. I should know that by now. But it looks like his team is Mimikyu, Tapu Bulu, Torkoal, Lilligant, a Hariyama, and an Arcanine. So kind of interesting. I feel like what we're about to see is probably going to be a Sun team, kind of set up through Torkoal using Drought. So, let's go ahead and pick our starter. I think what I'm going to actually do is we'll send out Mudbray first. Typically, I would have sent out Graveler first to kind of set up with that Stealth Rock. But I want to send out Mudbray first to see if we can't kind of get rid of Torkoal. So, we'll go for Mudbray because I feel like Torkoal will be really slow. And I'm kind of banking that that's going to be the starter we're going up against. And so what do you know? Sometimes I'm just so right, guys. Sometimes I can feel it. So we do have Torkoal that came out. Obviously set up the Drought. So of course we're going for Earthquake first. I mean we have. I'm trying to think. So we have 126 speed. I don't know. I feel like Torkoal might still be faster than us just because it's evolved. But overall, who knows? It could be like a 50-50 shot, honestly. Okay, so we are faster than it. So we got off the Earthquake, and he hit with Eruption, which did half. That's actually not bad, if I think about it, because not only does that... Well, I hit another Earthquake real quick. Not only does that Eruption Sun boosted, but it's Sun boosted against like a unevolved Pokemon, and it did only half. So that'll trigger the stamina, which will help us out a lot. Also, it'll get weakened now because, you know, obviously Earthquake or Eruption is tied to his HP. So he used Eruption again. Definitely did not do anything this time around. So I'm kind of curious to see what happens. Maybe he swaps out. Maybe he swaps out. I feel like he won't swap out. But I'm going to go use this as an opportunity to hit for the rest, because if he does swap out, you know, no harm, no foul. If he doesn't swap out, we can still sleep talk our way through things. So hits with the Tri-Attack. That's going to activate stamina again. So we're actually at like +3 defense right now, which is really, really good. So we'll go for the Sleep Talk to kind of get an Earthquake out. Hopefully an Earthquake. I mean, honestly, if we don't hit with Earthquake, I think we could still do 12%, and it would not be that big of a deal. I don't foresee him using Eruption again. So, of course, we'll Sleep Talk into our Rest. Okay, so he's going to use Inferno Overdrive, which is the Z move. Oh my god, which does take a crit on us, but... I mean, we did get a lot of damage off. We soaked up a lot of Sun turns, which is, of course, very useful. And now... Let's see, I don't want to send Ninetales out just yet. I'm going to go ahead and send out Graveler, because we can possibly take out the Torkoal here with Stone Edge, and then set up Stealth Rocks. So let's go for Graveler. He doesn't have a Z move. He doesn't have access to a Z move anymore. There's no Mega on this team that I can tell, obviously, because there's nothing on here that Mega evolves. And I say let's just go ahead and go for... Let's just go for the Stone Edge. I know it only has 80% accuracy, but it's better, you know, safe than sorry kind of deal. So he protects. We'll send out the Stone Edge. Honestly, I'm surprised he hasn't swapped yet, because I feel like that would be the most obvious solution, would be to swap. But we'll go ahead and just go for the Stone Edge again. I feel like basically he has to swap because he's about to lose the Sun, and there's no way he can soak up a Stone Edge without just getting absolutely destroyed. So there's just really no way that he doesn't swap on this turn. But the question is really, what does he swap into? Is it Tapu Bolo? Is it, you know, Lilligant? Like, that's kind of a curious choice to me. Okay, so he goes for Lilligant. I guess he's going for the type advantage because, obviously, like a Leaf Storm will do some serious damage to Graveler. So we got the Stone Edge out. Lilligant is 100% going to be faster than us, but we'll go ahead and send out the Stealth Rocks. Actually, no, I don't want to send out the Stealth Rocks. I'm going to actually predict that he goes for Leaf Storm on us, because that would be the most obvious choice. So what would be the best option for a Leaf Storm? I'm going to have to say it would be Salandit, because he's got the double poison, or he's got like the poison fire, so he's like double resistant to grass. And then hopefully I can come out, maybe hit with like Poisonium, you know, Z. I forget what the poison Z move is, but maybe we can hit with like our poison Z move and get some damage. Alright, so we got the nicely resisted Leaf Storm, and their special attack just fell from the Leaf Storm, so another Leaf Storm really isn't not going to be the best option for them. So let's go ahead. I'm going to just rock out the Z move, hit with Acid Downpour, see if we can't get rid of Lilligant real quick. Or even, I don't even think we'll see, I think we'll see a swap here, because there's no way that Lilligant is going to take an attack from here. So go for Hariyama. We'll hit with Acid Downpour, which doesn't do as much as I'd want it to do, but still, all things considered, not too bad. And I'm actually going to just hit with Sludge Bomb, because my main thought here is just to kind of dish some damage. I really can't safely swap into anything yet, so I can't swap into too much just yet, but hopefully we can get some damage off on Hariyama. Oh, and we do get the poison, which is, of course, amazing. And he hits us with, so he hits us with a resisted heavy slam, but we do get the poison off, which is great. Because even though we're down 2 right now, I mean, Torkoal really doesn't have any HP. Hariyama is now down to a quarter and is poisoned. So let's see. So I don't want to send out Ninetales. I don't want to send out Graveler against Hariyama. Choice really are Garbodor or Gligar. I'm going to send out Gligar. And I'm going to hopefully just kind of scare him into thinking that we have, like, Aerial Ace. Because Gligar is, of course, part flying. So let's go ahead. What I'm actually going to go for is the knockoff. Because we know he doesn't have a Mega Stone. We know he doesn't have a Z Crystal. So hopefully we can get something going with the knockoff and do some damage that way. And just whatever we come across takes some serious, oomph. Come on. So I kind of see where I think right now, sorry, I'm trying to keep some dialogue going for you guys, but I think right now he's got to be thinking, okay, I can't use, or he's got to be thinking, hey, maybe we have Aerial Ace, so I can't risk leaving Hariyama in unless I can one-hit KO Gligar and move first. He can't really send out Lilligant and Tapu Bulu into an Aerial Ace if that's what he's thinking, so that, of course, wouldn't be an option. Torkoal pretty much would take any hits and go out, so I feel like we're either going to see Mimikyu, because I don't think he's going to attack us. I think we're either going to see Mimikyu, which will, of course, absorb a hit with Disguise, or we're going to see Arcanine come out here. Okay, so Arcanine comes out, we get Intimidated, but we hit with the knockoff, and knockoff it's... What do we knock off? Oh, it's Magoo Berry. So, I do like Earthquake in this situation, but we're also intimidated, so we can't really afford, because I can't really afford to lose 3. If we lose 3 Pokemon, even though we're doing some decent damage to a lot of their Pokemon, we can't really afford to just keep losing Pokemon, and then, yeah, okay, maybe they have 6 Pokemon that are at half. So we'll go for the U-turn, get some damage off, and that way we can kind of safely swap in, most likely Graveler in this situation. So let's see. So they're going to hit us with the Flamethrower. Of course, we'll hit U-turn. U-turn is going to be resisted, but I kind of expected that. So Graveler's going to come out, and I mean we have Rock Electric, so I'm kind of banking that he doesn't know. I mean, really, I don't know anything that he would have that would be super effective, because we're going to resist the fire. I mean, it's not like I really don't know. I mean, Extreme Speed, is that still a thing? Other than Flamethrower, so we know it's a special Arcanine, which is a little interesting because I know a lot of people do use like E-Speed. But we will just go ahead and set up the Stealth Rocks this turn. And let's kind of see where this kind of plays out from here. Because he can't... Thing is, like, Arcanine can't handle an Earthquake, but we don't have Earthquake on this Graveler, unfortunately. But he doesn't really know that, so we're kind of going to be playing cat and mouse here. Okay, so Tapu Bulu comes out, sets up the Grass Surge, which I don't... oh my god, what does Grass... Okay, let me see. What does Grassy Terrain do? Because I don't 100% remember that. So Grassy Terrain... I know one has to do with like priority moves, but I think that's the Fairy Mist one. What does Grassy Terrain do? Oh my god. I don't know why I'm really blanking on this. but he's Grass Fairy. We set up the Stealth Rocks. Let's go ahead and hit with the... I kind of want to send out Garbodor, but I want to hit with the Return. I know he'll probably take us out this turn, but we'll hit with the Return. Because of Galvanize, it's going to be an electric type attack, which will be really useful actually for us. And then I'm trying to think what he would do, because I haven't played against the Tapus, honestly, so I don't know if he has Energy Ball, if he has... I think he has Horn Leech from what I remember, so Horn Leech is a possibility. I don't know what else, like Leaf Blade, Energy Ball, I don't know what else. So Horn Leech, okay, so we are seeing Horn Leech here. Of course, Return is resisted, but the nice thing is, so we saw Horn Leech, we know that now he has a Leftovers on him. And we also know that we're going to attack second, so we'll actually lose Graveler if we get hit again with another Horn Leech. So I'm going to swap out to Garbodor in this case, because Garbodor can at least do some decent damage to kind of move things along here. So I'm kind of predicting he'll go for another Horn Leech, of course, and we should be able to absorb that with Garbodor. And the nice thing is I put Rocky Helmet on this one, so we'll get some damage back. I set this one up, if you guys saw... I'm sorry, there's a lot of text going on there. So Rocky Helmet, Leftovers, blah, blah, blah. So if you guys saw the last pack battle, I set this Garbodor up pretty much just like the one that took out the Charizard. So we have Gunk Shot, Toxic Spikes, Spikes. I think the only thing that's different is I put Drain Punch on this one, whereas the last one I think had... the last one had Explosion. I'm not 100% sure on that one. So I just realized it. So Grassy Terrain actually heals up Grass-type Pokemon, which should have been obvious, but I don't know why it wasn't. But we'll hit... Oh my gosh, so the Gunk Shot misses. He'll set up the Sub, which is going to make this really annoying, because now he can just sit back, Leftovers, Grassy Terrain, and just absorb health. So... should I go and break the Sub? Because we can break the Sub here with a Drain Punch, or do we set up some Spikes and Toxic Spikes? I'm going to just break the Sub for right now, because we can't really afford to let him just hang back and keep, healing each turn behind the safety of a Sub. Okay, so Wood Hammer. He'll hit us with a Wood Hammer. We'll, of course, take the Recoil. We did Drain Punch, and it didn't break the Sub. Okay. So if that didn't break the Sub, I guess I have to go for Gunk Shot to see if this will break the Sub. But Wood Hammer, at least, he kind of hurt himself, even though it was resisted and didn't take us out. I mean, at least we're getting some damage off with the Rocky Helmet. And the Gunk Shot took out... The Gunk Shot there took out the Sub, so let's go for another Gunk Shot. I think we're going to get KO'd here, honestly, because I don't think he'll use a Wood Hammer. He'll probably just go back to the Horn Leech well, which he does, to take us out that way. But at least we'll get some damage off with Aftermath and Rocky Helmet. So we, 3%, guys. We almost took him out. Took him down to 3% before the Leftovers kicked in, but we almost had him there. So a Grass Fairy. So for this, I'm still really cautious about sending out Ninetales. I don't know if I should be, but I really am. But you know what? We have to make our move sometime, so I'm going to go ahead and send out Ninetales. Ninetales, of course, will set up the Hail. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit with HP Fire, because that, of course, will do 4 times damage to him. I feel like he's going to be either forced to swap out, or he's going to be forced to kind of take this. So we'll kind of see what happens here. Okay, so he's going to swap it to Torkoal, which was a bizarre play. I think it's a misplay, because he used Torkoal. I think his thought, and it got taken out by the Stealth Rocks, I think his thought was that he would get Torkoal out, maybe it would survive and get the Drought back up to counteract our Hail. But that obviously was not a smart play on his part. Okay, so we'll see the Mimikyu. So Mimikyu will come out. I'm not... Ooh. So Mimikyu, let's see, against me. So we have an Ice Fairy. Mimikyu, I don't think it's going to learn any fire moves. Maybe it learns like Will-O-Wisp to get burn off on us. But I don't really foresee it damaging us, per se. So, I'm just going to go ahead... Ghost Fairy. I'm going to go ahead and hit for the Hidden Power Fire again to get that super effective off on the Fairy type. And it breaks the Disguise at least. He sets up Trick Room. So I'm really confused about what's going on. So he sets up Trick Room. But Trick Room doesn't work well for Arcanine. I think I see what was supposed to go on. So between Trick Room... Grassy Terrain. Sorry, one more Hidden Power Fire. But between Trick Room, Grassy Terrain, and Drought, I think that was supposed to really benefit Tapu Bulu. So we'll kind of see how that plays out. Okay, so he hits us for Priority Shadow Sneak. We have the HP Fire, plus the Hail, plus everything else, which... does not do the damage I want it to do. Ghost Fairy. So what do we have? I'm actually... Okay, so in this case, guys, oh my god. So we're in a rough spot. Which we seem to be, honestly, in all of these. Every time we do a pack battle, we seem to be in like a really crappy spot about halfway through the match, where you can kind of see them rolling us up. But I'm actually kind of leaning towards... Let me do the Freeze Dry this turn, and then I'm kind of leaning towards sending out Gligar next turn, and possibly going for a knockoff because it'll be 4 times damage on him, and then kind of seeing how it plays out from there, because I feel like right now his main goal is just take out Ninetales, and I'm not sure he's too worried about Mimikyu, because he's leaving Mimikyu in, and Mimikyu is just kind of going turn for turn with us. But I'm going to go for the switch onto Gligar. Of course, he'll take damage from the Hail, which won't be so great. But I can bring Ninetales back out later and bring the Hail back up. So let's kind of see where he goes from here. So we'll send out Gligar. He's using Protect, which actually works out very well for us because with the Protect up, he can't really use Protect again. And he didn't get off like freebie cheapo damage on Gligar, so I'll go for the knockoff. We know he has an item. I don't know what it is. I can't really take a guess even at this point because I'm not sure. A berry maybe. I'm not 100% sure. So, okay, so Shadow Sneak, knockoff. Okay, so what did we knock off? Mental Herb. Okay, so I guess he was kind of bracing for like status, which actually works out well for us because there was no status coming along there. But we are, of course, going to go for another knockoff because you see that did quite a bit of damage. So if we can take out this, even without the boost from it being holding an item, at least we take out Mimikyu. Now we're going to be able to force something into the rocks. I'm trying to think what would be most likely because as far as he knows, right, of what we've revealed, basically, is knockoff and U-turn. So as far as he knows, we don't know, or he doesn't know the other 2 moves, so we could still have Aerial Ace, we could still have like a Swords Dance or some kind of setup move. It's really difficult for him to kind of predict, because if he sends out, let's say, Hariyama into an Aerial Ace after Poison and the Stealth Rocks, like there's no way that that's going to take a hit. Lilligant will be able to take the Stealth Rocks, but again, you're taking that risk on whether or not we have Aerial Ace. Tapu Bulu is going to run across, same deal with Aerial Ace, and Arcanine is not going to like the spikes. Plus, he's we do have a ground type, so there's always that, like, Earthquake. Earthquake's always in the back of your mind when you see ground types, which, fortunately... Okay, so he goes for Arcanine. That's going to take a quarter away. So he's going for the Intimidate. So we do have Earthquake, which I'm going to use right here, because why not? Move the Earthquake. Trying to think what he would possibly use. So we hit with Earthquake. It's not enough to take him out, but at least we'll see. Okay, so he goes for Roar. I get the move now. So he's going for Roar. Obviously to force out Gligar, because that was a threat I feel like he wasn't sure how to handle. Because really Gligar could have checked any of his 4 Pokemon that he sends out. So, what do we know he has? So he has Roar, Flamethrower. I feel like he's going to have Protect just because why wouldn't he? And that seems like something basically all his Pokemon are running so far. Let's go ahead and hit with the... I'll go for the Snow... Well, I would say I want to go for the Stone Edge, but I also don't want to go for the Stone Edge and risk that 80%. No, we have to. We pretty much have to at this point make big plays, so we're going for the Stone Edge. I'm trying to think what he would want to do. So Flamethrower, Roar. Flamethrower's not going to do anything to me. It has to be one of the other moves that we haven't seen yet. Just because it doesn't make sense for any other... It doesn't make sense for like any of the 2 moves. Okay, so we take it out with Stone Edge. That's good. So we are all tied up now, guys. So 3-3. Actually, we're kind of better than tied up because we have taken... Or we put significant damage on all 3 of his Pokemon. Whereas ours aren't as... I mean, ours are still in bad shape, but not as bad of shape. Okay, so Hariyama's going to come out. Hariyama, we should be able to take out this turn. I'm not going for Stone Edge, of course. I am going for Return. Even though it's an electric type, obviously Stone Edge would be resisted. And I feel like he's going to go for some kind of physical or some kind of fighting move. So probably Close Combat or Brick Break. But I feel like it'll be Close Combat. And it is. So it is Close Combat. I'm doing great predicting stuff this game, guys. He'll lose the defense, special defense, and get hit with poison. So now, I'm going to bring Gligar back out because... Well, actually, what do I trust? I'm actually going to send out... Scratch that. I'm going to send out Ninetales because I would say Gligar, but I actually trust that Ninetales is going to hit first. And then the poison will take it off. And then I have Ninetales set up with Hail for 2 grass Pokemon. So we'll go for the Ninetales. He can't afford to switch because of the way he can't afford to switch into an attack. So, believe it or not, because 2 seconds ago I thought we were going to lose. But believe it or not, I think we should actually win this one. And we'll just go for 100% Moonblast. I want to say Aura Veil, but I don't want to risk Aura Veil and then taking too much damage on whatever he retaliates with. Because I feel he's going to just try and retaliate with like another Close Combat. So we will go for the Moonblast, take that out. So now it comes down to Tapu Bulu and Lilligant. And, okay, so Lilligant. So we have Lilligant here. I'm going to go for the... I'm going to go for the Freeze Dry. I almost said Hidden Power Fire, but Stab, Freeze Dry, super effective, Inhale. Like, that's a combo you can't beat. So, basically, I just need to bank that we're going to go faster. Yes, and we do. So we go faster, hit harder, and outlast. And now we just have 1 Tapu Bulu to take on our Ninetales and our Gligar. And that is all the standing in our way between us and 500. So awesome job, guys, with the Stealth Rock KO. That brings up to 503 and 3 after pack battle number 6. So, with that being said, guys, I would like to definitely, of course, give a shout out and recognition out to Amped, not only for being an awesome competitor on this one, because I think that might have been the most interesting and balanced team we've actually taken on in a pack battle yet, but also for being a rival of ours on Pokemon Lockdown, which, of course, if you haven't checked out yet, please make sure to do so, because I'm actually having a lot of fun playing it. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. If you like the way our battle played out, if you're happy with our pack draw, of course, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me down below. If you want to take our relationship to the next level, go ahead and hit that like, or hit that like button again, but actually hit that subscribe button. But with that being said, guys, I am going to go ahead and get on out of here. Don't forget to answer the comment question of the day for your chance to win I almost said a comment code, but actually to win a TCGO online code. This one for Guardians Rising, the very pack we just opened at the beginning of this episode. And this is Sleevecard signing out. Have yourselves a beautiful day, and I will see you later.